one up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Washington Redskins. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
I'm here all day.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Just like that. Out.
They'll try the left side. It's McBride. Gets through, and now an opening. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Patch it.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
Tight down. There you go. He's coming. Go. Let's go. Hey, we got
Elliott. And an alley to run. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
And the Bears first down.
Ready. Spy 56. Hey, they're scared. He's coming. Sit. Pull it. Half. He's coming. Double up. Slam.
Off the bootleg. Harding sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Now this play was all about the eyes. As he rolled out to his right, he kept one eye downfield and one eye on what was in front of him, and he ended up picking up some pretty good yardage.
Switch.
A first down carry by Elliott. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Second and 6. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 34-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, baby. Turn it over. Get that ball. Kill.
Here's 2nd and 8. Got a man. It's Brown. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Looking to throw. Harding. This will be caught by Brown. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Mike's 56. Check right. Check 26. Check 26. Anyway. Check 52. SOS. What? Go. SOS. Go.
Back to throw. Harding looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
At the 33-yard line.
Right. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Check 43.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A give to Cohen. He heads right. And some room to roam now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
10 yards there. Good for a Redskin first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, McBride. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down now, it's Cohen, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. They come out here in the eye. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1.
Watch the ball. Check 99. Check 99. Hold.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Rush in. Move your focus. 56, right there, 56. All right.
Looking to throw. Harding, he's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 3rd down, Harding. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here comes the Bears punter now. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, 2nd quarter in Nashville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Now, we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Haskins. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 97's the mic. 97's the mic. Here we go. Here we go.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Now on 2nd and 13. Haskins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He's got his man. It's Williams. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. Ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Now Cohen. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people think
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He coughs it up, loose football. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. It's complete to Robinson. 14 yards into Chicago, first down.
Here we go.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Chicago. A.J. Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will shave one more off this lead. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They try again with Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch out.
To throw again. Harding. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
Zero.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Harding. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
At the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. Now Haskins on first down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field, it's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a give right side. It's Cohen. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run this one in. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. So a nice chunk play running the football followed by that, going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, maybe so, but they don't seem to be that concerned about it because when you've got a big-time runner, you will trade a few of those for those big chunk explosive runs that he provides. Those add up over time, don't they?
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. From the gun on 3rd down. Haskins. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Boy, a tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So now then, the penalties got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
On 2nd down, it's McBride. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the 1st, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
They come out here in the eye. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. McBride. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
We're going to work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
53, check 53. Here we go. Check 3,
From the gun, Harding. And Robinson with a big catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Chicago.
Operating from the gun, Harding. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Deontay Thompson. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
The Redskins take over 1st.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. This time, Haskins will look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. To throw on 3rd down. Haskins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 26. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score Redskins 26, Bears 20.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go. Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up. Joker, 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 Joker. Go. Who's that? Is that yours?
This is Cohen. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a give. Right side, it's Geis. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And let's not forget, he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense, because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2.
Tight dog.
They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to have really good starting field position here, as that's taken up close to the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. On 1st and 10, Harden. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Back to throw. Harding being chased out left. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. On 4th down, Harden. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Boy, the run on 1st down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Redskins, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll hit the... Meanwhile, for the Bears,